All right, we have two orange folders at 30 minutes after the open. So definitely gonna wait for the open. I think something could happen here at the 8:30 news embargo, but there's no news, so. Um, yeah. Daily and weekly biases. Let's see what the higher time frame bias could be. So yeah, ES could come lower, rebalance prior day candle. Um, wouldn't expect a huge range day today. Same thing with R2I. I'd expect it probably take out yesterday's low, and has not dug up into these highs at all. As for YM and YM and R2I pretty similar, but Nasdaq and ES both just want to probably rebalance the prior day candle, and 50% of it would be a bit lower. So yeah. Rebalance. So yeah, we had a down day on YM and Russell. Um, Going down to the full, and then on YM we have relative equal lows down there, so that makes a lot of sense for us to come down there. And Russell, yeah, the prior day low. There's a, oops. Oh, prior day low is just right at this wick. Okay. So yeah, Russell could totally come lower um, than just that. Whereas looks like Nasdaq's tagging down into the 4-hour fair value gap, so far respecting it. And there's some relative strength in the ES. Kind of hard because it's so small of a time frame. Yeah, we got relative lows, relative highs. No relative lows on anybody else but the Dow. And we have a weakness SMT here on Nasdaq after we've taken out a high. And we had some SMT here. Um, at least here. No. There's a shift here on Nasdaq on the 1 hour. So that's being tagged into. Um, and Nasdaq did get a soup of those highs, and now we've gotten a little sell-off there. So it would make sense for ES to come take these highs, maybe create some. Usually we want to see S&T with the Dow. But either way, if yeah, if ES comes and takes out the high, and the Dow has not, um, if the Dow doesn't, then I'd probably get short on Nasdaq. Um, and Russell could do kind of whatever it wants, but it would also make sense for Russell to sweep his highs first too, and then coming down. Kind of a hard one to read. There's some relative weakness in Russell, but yeah, no like clear levels to go off of. Um, well, what about the flow before we dive into the smaller time frame? So the flow for SPY yesterday was bullish, though we did kind of pause out here at the highs and then started to trend back up slowly. Um, while puts maintained a flat profile, but slightly trending up. Um, and it looks like the calls did rise into the sell-off, the call volumes. And then as we came higher, the call volumes actually went down. So they are definitely getting somewhat short here. Um, nothing super strong or super clear though. And the tide is not, it's just falling price. But puts are, they are positive here on the SPY. So let me get over, create a new window for net flow. Let's look at Q's. There we go. Yeah, Q's totally bearish, though calls did rise into the close. So yeah, I think that kind of confirms what I'm looking for. A sweep of the highs and a reversal maybe. Whoa. And then yeah, they definitely sold calls all day, though puts were being slightly sold, but price was grinding higher, so they're probably getting good fills, and we're able to get in a lot of volume, and that's exactly kind of what shows up here. Looks like they did ramp up calls though. That's totally bullish there. So maybe a an initial move up would make sense. If that happens, then yeah, I'd look to get short. All right, and then let's look at IWM. Actually, let's look at the Dow first. Hmm, can't really tell. Puts are on top, but most of the premiums and calls. So maybe they're selling calls. That's kind of bearish. Not as clear though. Not a lot of not a lot of premium. But IWM should have a lot. So they had really high call volumes while they were negative, and though we did get a rise here, um, hmm, I mean price did move down yesterday, and they bought the dip and then took profit. But puts are still rising, but most of the premium is in the calls. But it looks like most of it was selling, and then it actually dipped here. So I think they actually got more. They hedged here and they're going short. So I think that all confirms what I'm looking for. So now I can look at the chart and really get an idea of what I'm looking for. So I do think we are gonna initially go higher in the morning, and judging off of the price action on Nasdaq, hopefully this is a sell setup. and we get an SMT. If ES breaks out above these highs and Nasdaq's still down here and YM is still weak below this high, then yeah, definitely get short on Nasdaq. So I need to load up my charts. Didn't think I'd take a trade today. So yeah, that's my idea right now. Same thing with the Russell. Russell could totally do that too, and it would make sense because if there's a these two shouldn't be as correlated, and so if they're both kind of souping these highs, or I mean at least Russell and ES, but YM and Dow or YM and Nasdaq are not, then yeah, you could get short on a soup, but probably get short Nasdaq. So yeah, that's the plan. Zooming in. I mean, yeah, we have reason to bounce here. We swept these. You could actually probably frame along here too. Um, did YM held this low? So did ES. So yeah, there's a nice little long happening here. We have an order block and then a little propulsion block on YM. Yeah, I think I actually may possibly get long here actually. We had an order block here down here, order block on top of the order block, and then we respected the CE of that. Literally studied that last night.
Order working.
Order working. Order cancelled. Order working.
Alright, yeah, but that's the plan for today.